Besides the mechanics themselves, one of the hardest parts of making a 5e D&D character is establishing who that character was before the adventure. So in this video, I'm going to try and give you the bare minimum for what you need for a backstory in 5e D&D. But first, I just want to thank everyone who follows me. 300 is a lot. I never thought I'd get here. If you're here, you're great and I love you. So really, in my opinion, the most you need of a backstory is already in the mechanics of the game. It's a background. For those that are unfamiliar, a background is basically just what you were doing before you were an adventurer as a job, or as a lifestyle, I suppose. Regardless, there are mechanical benefits to choosing a background, so it is important when you're making a 5e D&D character to choose one, even if it doesn't fit quite right. There are other mechanics in the game, such as your race or species, or what I call lineage, because I think that's a better term than both of them, that mechanically benefit you to choose something for in D&D 5e that have to do with your background a little too. So in a way, you could almost say you don't need anything.
No.
Wait, who's that?
It's me, the fun police.
Oh, what, the cops? Listen. I know last time we got off on the wrong foot.
Can it want to be Legolas? This is my job, whether you like it or not.
All right, I'll teach you how to make things up instead. In Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, they have two variants on these specific parts of the mechanics where you can do a custom lineage and a custom background. That way, you can write in whatever you want, and mechanically, it all fits.
Well, wait, I'm a DM with a homebrew campaign setting. How do I just work all that in? Can't they just port an entire IP into their character and then call it a...
Whoa. Slow down there, partner. We're getting there. If you're making a character to participate in a story, you're going to need to somehow work them into the setting that the story takes place in. So at bare minimum, your DM's going to need to know where you're from. And I don't just mean what plane are you from. I mean an area as specific as a town, or a forest, or a port, or a mountain range, I guess. And wherever you choose with the DM's guidance is going to have to make sense with your lineage and your background. Usually this takes a total of 4 Discord messages, or maybe 5 minutes of your session 0. Unless it gets complicated, which, of course, it can get complicated. That's okay. To recap, the 3 things that you need are a background, a lineage, or race or species, but I use lineage, and somewhere in the world that you're from, that you work out with the DM.
But wait, I'm a new player. There's so much else to building a character, like what their personality is and how they act, and I don't know how to make any...
I know. That's okay. You can just show up with your character acting like you. Yes, I know that feels kind of weird to say, but if you think about it, that's kind of the easiest way to start role-playing, is to role-play as yourself. I will advise those who choose that path not to get too personally attached to the outcomes in the game, though, because when you do a self-insert, we all know sometimes we can take the game a little too seriously. But if you're violently uncomfortable with trying to figure out what a new person is like, and it's already hard enough to figure out what you're like, then you might as well just show up as yourself and hope it works out. I mean, ideally you're playing with friends, but even if you're playing with strangers, hopefully they want to be your friend. But as always, that's just a theory, and you can play however you want.